very proud of Drew. And they're like setting up. And then Drew's like, I can't wait for Bianca to see. And then someone's like, oh, I saw her at the dot. She's already home. And he's like, wait, I must go to her. And they're like, no, dude, you need to fucking set up. And he's all stressed out now.
Yep. And yeah, he has a right to be stressed. If a person comes back and they haven't seen you in like months and you guys are engaged and they claim to miss you, if they haven't texted you that they're on the way early, like, if I haven't seen someone in like 4 days and I'm like, I'm on my way, I already bought a ticket for tomorrow at 3 p.m. See you at 6:47. Like, no, she does not want to see you, my friend.
Yeah. Then we're with Claire, who just wants to hole up and not help with the thing. And Allie's with her, and Claire's like, it's over. But Allie wants her to talk to Eli and get all the facts, and she doesn't want her to be rash with her breakup decision, I guess.
Allie is an optimist, and I respect that. I don't always enjoy her actions because of it, but I do respect it. Also, she has a very good Allie line, which is enough stewing, crockpot.
But then we're with Drew, who is like freaking out, and he's like talking to Connor, and Jenna is like, if you had an engaged person come back and didn't tell you, like, how would you feel? And then they're giving like weird conflicting advice, and Connor's being too real as always, and is like, I would feel like they wouldn't want to be with me anymore.
Yeah. Jenna is like, well, I trust Connor. We have a good relationship. So if he didn't reach out to me, I wouldn't be freaked out. I'd be like, all right, he'll talk to me later. And Connor's like, yeah, but I would reach out to you. If I didn't reach out to you, it would mean that I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
And then Winston brings up turkey dump, which is a really upsetting phrase.
But it's a fucking thing, man.
Oh, no, for real.
Yeah, but then Winston is like, let me educate you on the turkey dump when people come back for Thanksgiving break and break up with their high school boyfriend or girlfriend. And then we're with the comedy troupe, and we find out that Winston is also in this troupe, because of course he is. And they're putting on some lame sketch, and then, I don't know, they're talking about how, like, Tristan has to choose between Maya and Zoe because he feels guilty.
And Zoe says she still hates me for calling her the S word on the internet, and Tristan's like, duh.
But then Drew goes to the dot and like walks in on Bianca hanging out with all of her friends, and she seems way too guilty about not calling. She's like, oh, my phone died, I was gonna come find you, but oh my gosh. She's like freaked out that he's there, and I'm like, that's not a good sign. And he's like, I don't care, I'm just happy to see you, like ignoring all of the warning signs.
Yep. And all of her friends are a little awkward, and they're definitely like leaning in hard to the judging the fiance thing, which fair. Yeah. We've been saying it since they got engaged.
Yeah. And then Tristan goes over to Maya's house wearing a dumb fedora, and she's like, yay, you're here, because she's still suspended, and she's like building forts and shit, and she wants to have a Ryan Gosling movie binge. But Tristan is like, actually, I'm in this comedy troupe, and Zoe's in it, and like, she's mad, but then she gives her blessing, which I thought was nice, but then we find out she's not over it. And then we're back at the dot, and Bianca picks up the check for all those people. Did you notice that?
Yeah, that was very nice of her.
And then Drew's like, yeah, I'm so glad to see you. Like, I was afraid you were going to break up with me, and that's why I hadn't heard from you. And then she gets quiet and is like, actually, I talked to all my friends, and they thought the engagement thing was weird. And also, being at college has made me, like, realize I have a lot to look forward, and I've grown a lot as a person, and I don't want to be engaged at 18. And I'm like, yes, girl, live your life.
I'm very proud of her. This is a very mature choice. Yeah. And also, I am not surprised that literally like a month and a half of university did this.
Yeah. She got out of the weird bubble she was in, and he's like devastated. And then we're with Claire and Eli, and she's like asking about all of the details, and it's kind of gross. And then Claire's like, I can't get over this. And I'm like, I mean, that's fair. Your trust was broken. Whatever. And they're like, we're broken up.
And also she tells him about the magazine thing.
Oh, right. I already forgot about that.
Me too.
Because there weren't really any consequences.
Nope.
And then we're with Drew, who's still like clinging to his dead relationship, and he like calls up Bianca and is like, will you please come to this event and pretend to still be engaged to me? My mom already lost a son. Like, she can't lose a daughter now. And I'm like, damn, laying on the guilt trip hard.
He pulled the Adam card.
He's pulled it a couple times.
It's not good. It's a bad look.
Yeah. And then they get to the thing, and Bianca's proud of him, and they say hi to Audra, and she's very excited to see Bianca. And then we're like backstage at this comedy troupe show, and Maya shows up in a fucking turkey costume because she has to be in hiding, and she wants Tristan to throw a pie in Zoe's face, and I'm like, all right, guess we're not over it.
And Tristan makes an excellent point. He's basically saying that like she and Zoe both are the same in that they care more about revenge about each other than their friendship with him, which is fair.
Yeah, very fair. And I'm glad Tristan is finally like, stop with the bullshit. And then we're with Drew, who is in hardcore denial. And he like, once he pulls Bianca aside and he like tries to kiss her, and she's like, what are you doing? We're broken up. And he's like, but you've been acting like my girlfriend and being so nice. And I thought after you would see this, you wouldn't want to break up. And she's like, dude, no, that's not what this was. This was a bad idea. And I'm like, yeah, this was not a good idea to do this.
And then Drew runs off and finds Claire crying. And they're confiding in each other about how both of them have, like, how their exes have new relationships on lock, probably. And Claire says, future is so bright for Eli and Bianca.
And also Drew's is like, she broke up with me because I haven't changed. And I'm like, no, she broke up with you because she changed. This is not really about you, but okay.
It's one of the few breakups where it literally has nothing to do with the other person.
It's not you, it's me. Like, that is legitimately the reason.
My next two notes are contradicting because you see how fast the mood changes. I go from Claire and Drew pals to, oh boy, kissing.
I wrote, oh God, please don't tell me this is going to be a thing. Ew, no, stop kissing. Yes, freak out. Because then Claire's like, oh my God, what are we doing? And then like runs away. It was so weird. It was so weird.
Deeply weird.
Not a fan.
And then we watched the terrible play.
Yeah. Winston has a turkey. But then Tristan does pie Zoe in the face at the end. And honestly, it's a pretty good ending for what the sketch was.
Yeah, it works with the scene. And also I think it's because Zoe like called him bestie in the thing just to bug Maya.
Yeah, maybe. But then Eli comes back to the school and like begs for forgiveness. And he has like, is it a script? Or is it literally just the printouts of all of their texts or whatever and emails?
The printout of all their texts and emails with like a cover page.
It's the story of us. Like I couldn't remember. I didn't know if it was like he crafted a script with that shit and made it into something, or if it was literally just like a weird like dossier of all of their interactions online. I don't know. And she's like, it's the story of us. I don't want to give up on us. And then they like get back together. I'm like, okay, that didn't last long. And then I think Drew sees them like making up, and he and Claire share like a weird, meaningful look. And then he goes to Bianca and like accepts their fate, and it's very sad.
It is sad. I'm going to miss them as a couple, but also I think they're both making the right call.
Yeah. And then once this comedy thing is over, Tristan like makes Maya and Zoe form a truce because it's getting ridiculous.
He calls them both turkeys.
Yeah. And then they finally kind of maybe have a truce. I guess we'll see. For the time being, they are truced. And then Drew tells his mom about how he and Bianca are no longer. And I'm like, honestly, she's probably a little relieved because no teen marriage. I can't support a teen marriage.
Which, same, Audra.
And then they, like, end the episode with, like, everyone is having their own Thanksgiving feast after this thing is over, and it's over. Drew probably makes a speech, but I don't remember what he said.
Dallas makes a really sweet speech about, like, how great Drew is, and then Drew makes a speech about how thankful he is for everyone during a very hard time.
Right.
It's
and then
sweet.
It's over. All right. Spirit Squad captain.
I'm going to say Drew.
Sure. He did a lot of growing in this episode.
Yeah.
Ship?
Jenna and Connor, always.
Okay, cool. All right, grapevine. All right, we got a bunch of emails. The first one is from Kirsten. Subject line, hi. And it says, I figured since you guys are getting into this era now, it could be fun to share a little behind the scenes in the form of the music that the actors behind Tristan and Maya made together and hear your opinions if it's interesting to you. Lyle and Olivia had a band a couple years back called Cute Whore. Oh, they released music, I think, between 2014 and 2016 under the names Lux Stone and Babe Laurent. Yep. I remember when these songs first started coming out, most of the Degrassi fan base completely flamed both of them and made fun of their music to the point where they disabled the comments on a couple of the music videos. Lyle and Olivia actually were pretty notoriously distanced from the rest of the cast for the most part while they were on the show and are considered the controversial ones because they've been pretty open about, well, if you listen to the music or watch the music videos, you could see why. And then she linked a bunch of videos. I actually haven't watched any of these. Maybe we'll just watch one of them.
Yeah, let's do the one first, that she says is the weirdest. Yeah,
the first one is My Jungle, their weirdest song for sure, and the one that most Degrassi fans make fun of. She also linked Cult Leader, music video cameo from a familiar Degrassi face, and Splits with a Z, another cameo from a Degrassi familiar face. So I guess we'll watch Jungle, but first she ends with also a question, where would Casey fit into all of this mess? Remember him? I don't know. I don't think he would be doing fucking anything interesting.
I forgot about Casey. Casey never did anything, so he would be doing nothing.
Yeah. And then there are a couple, do we want to do the Fuck, Marry, Kills now or after we watch this music video?
Let's do Fuck, Marry, Kills now.
Okay. So the first one is Toby, Wesley, and Winston.
Kill Toby, fuck Wesley, marry Winston? Because Winston I don't know well enough to hate yet. And I really hated Wesley towards the end.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. Also, Winston's probably rich, so why not marry that?
That's an excellent point. And he's so well dressed except for those pants.
Peter, Miles, Declan. Kill Peter. Maybe. No, kill Miles, fuck Peter, marry Declan. Again, rich.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Yeah, I think that's good.
And then Dallas, Sean, Eli.
All right, I'm sorry, Holland. Kill Sean. Fuck Dallas, marry Eli.
I can't decide who would be the least awful person to marry. Because I don't know if I'd want to marry any of them.
It's an excellent point.
They're also... Dallas comes with a child.
Yeah, that's why I would only fuck Dallas. That's literally it.
I don't know, man. I guess I'll marry Sean, fuck Eli, and kill Dallas. All right, let's watch. We're gonna pause and watch a music video. All right. Well, we ended up watching the entirety of My Jungle, and then we kind of skipped around Cult Leader and Splits. And it was not very good. It wasn't even, like, funny bad. It was just bad.
Yeah, but also reminded me of something that, like, my friends in college would make. Like, whether sarcastically or earnestly, I'm not sure. Probably sarcastically. I don't know.
This did not feel sarcastic to me.
Oh, no. But I think that people that I knew would have done it sarcastically.
Yeah.
I don't know. They both looked great.
They both looked amazing.
I'm having trouble finding the controversial thing unless it's like something right in my face that I like not
Is it that
getting.
They're like smoking and they're in a graveyard? In the Splits video, they showed like the entire like Basic Instinct scene, but like that wasn't even them. I feel like it's maybe controversial for a Degrassi.
Yeah, I guess. All right, sure. I don't know. It's not good, but it's not as bad as I was expecting.
No, me neither. It just felt like two like pretty people who like knew people who can shoot a music video for them and like just indulging their bad music.
Yeah. It reminded me of this band that I can't remember that had a song called Ice Cream. I don't know. That doesn't clear anything up for anyone, but that's where that is.
All right. Next email.
We have an email from Caitlin. It says the subject is so, and then it goes, The problem I'm having right now is that I just looked up Mr. Perino, but like early Mr. Perino, and I think he's hot. Considering I thought Joey was DILF of the year, I'm not surprised, just